Hello, Klaus here, and welcome back to yet another video here at the channel. This is a super quick video. Last week I showed you how to do a commercial at home only using your smartphones and a couple of stock footage. This week we're going to strip this totally down using only an image from the net and nothing else. So let's jump right into it. So first off, let's take the clip itself right here. In this case, this is a video clip of a Budweiser beer. And quick disclaimer, I have nothing to do with Budweiser on this project here. And this is actually a alcohol-free beer, so I'm not even promoting alcohol here, and I'm not promoting beer actually. So anyway, never mind. I'm just using this photo here to show you what we are going to do. So of course we are going to take our clip here first. I'll go up to the inspector and I want my beer to be a lot smaller. Something like this looks way better for me. Then I want to actually move my clip top up, and I'm going to push Alt or Command and drag to do a copy of my clip. I'm going to select my bottom clip here, and I'll go up and I'm just going to flip my image, and then I'll go into the positions and I'll move it down just a little bit, something like that. I think look good. Then I'm going to right click on my clip and I'm going to change the clip color to orange, just to make things easier for me. And then I'll go over to the color page, take my orange clip, I'll go into the mask. I'm just going to zoom in and I'm going to draw a mask around the top, bottom, or the top can. I'm just going to do that around the edge, something like that. Then I'm just going to continue to do my mask. Just going to do it around like that. I'm going to close my mask. Then I'll go over here to the grid and I'm going to right click and I'm going to add an alpha out and I'm going to connect this like so. And then I'll just go back to the edit page. And in the edit page, I'm going to go down here to the composite mode and the opacity, and then I'm just going to bump that down quite a bit. So I want to make this reflection effect you see in commercials, and that's basically why I took a copy of the can and inverted it and all of that. So I also want to change the background, and in this case I'm just going to go to the effects, into my generators, and I'm going to take a solid color and I'm going to put that underneath. I'm going to select my solid color, go up to the inspector to generators, and then I'll go into the color, and in the colors I actually want to select a color. So I'm just going to select here, and I think it would be fun just to take the red color of the zero in the or on the beer can here. So I'm just going to take that color here. And I'm going to say okay. And now I need to go back to the color page on the Budweiser one here. And I just need to connect my mask. I need to do a little bit better of a masking job. Something like that. I'm just going to add a couple of more points to make my selection a little bit better. And again, this is a tutorial, so it don't have to be perfect, but we'll try to do our best to make it look good. Something like that. And I'll go back to the editing page. Okay. Again, back to the color, and I might want to feather out whatever I did with my mask, which is going to be a little bit helpful. So I'm going to just to soften up the edges a little bit. and also the inside here. So I'm just going to make my mask look a little bit better. And I'll go back to the color page, and now we have this reflection, and I actually think that the opacity for the reflection need to be a little smaller, something like that, almost invisible actually. So what I like to do is I like to add in some movements, and either I could keyframe all of these, or I could just use an adjustment clip, and I'm going to put that on top. And super easy, I'm just going to put in some keyframes here at the beginning of the clip, then I'll go to the end, and I'm kind of just going to decide what I want. So I want my can to be a little bit larger. Perhaps I want it to be a little more centered. In the rotation angle, I could rotate it just a little bit. Maybe. Actually, I'm not going to do that in the rotation angle. If I want to do a rotation, actually I'll go to the beginning and do a rotation instead. So I might want to just a little, and then I'll go up to the zoom again from the beginning of the clip, and I'm just going to zoom in just a little bit. So now we have this little nice thing right here with the reflection. Last thing I actually want to add is I like to give this a little of a cinematic look. So either I could go to the internet and go and pick up my free aspect ratio pack to give this widescreen bar look, or of course we could go up to the timeline, down to output blanking, and pick one of the different aspect ratios and apply. Just like that, and let's have a look here. Looking pretty good. I think I want to add one last thing. I want to add in another adjustment clip here. I'm going to color that, let's say orange, and I'll go into the color and selecting my adjustment clip. And what I want to add in here is actually, you don't have to do this, but I really like to do this little thing here. So I'll go up to my effects library here, and I'm just going to search for film like that. And I'm just going to take some film grain, and I'm going to change this from 16mm to, let's say, 35. And it's going to be overlay, and I'm going to bump up the opacity a little bit, and also I could bump up the textures, the grain size, so it's going to be a little more visible. And that's more or less what I'm going to do. So for YouTube, you most likely are not going to notice the grain, but if I go right here, you can actually see the grain I did right here and how they're looking. So they are there, and I kind of like the look. So that is how you could do a commercial at home without using any camera, just using a picture of a beer can and adding in a reflection to sell the effect a little bit better. Anyway, I do hope you found this video useful. If you did, please hit that subscribe button, give the video a like, share it with your friends if you think it would help them out, and if you want to be notified every time there's a new video on this channel, please hit that bell icon down in the corner. Until next time, keep filming, keep learning, and keep sharing.